down. Tears, as strong and powerful as ever, started to flow from her eyes. Raising her fist, she slammed them down in the pool of blood. Around her, causing the dark crimson substance to fly around. She continued crying and howling and screaming. Why did this happen? Why had life handed her such a horrible fate? Why did they take her best friend, her family, and quite possibly her life? Without Shadow, without the one she was close to, she would die. The DNIDS, it would surely have its way now. There was no point continuing, no point at all. They could do with her as they pleased. She didn't care. Life, death, it all had become one now. All of it. Falling down. She laid her on the floor and cried. Cried her beautiful eyes out. Samson let out a relief sigh, raising his fingers brushed around Harry's face. Such a cute little innocent girl. She didn't deserve this all. Not all of this. Hands reaching down, lifted her on the ground. Almost on instinct, she drove her face into his chest. Tears flowing, she cried, streamed to him, while the blood on her body marked his gray-clad body, holding surprisingly tall 12 on his hands. He tried his hardest to console her. He knew of the deadly disease within her, and now it was surely fatal. With Shadow dead, there was almost no way for her to survive. Almost no way. Hands finding their way into her hair, he brushed them lightly, Wallace whispering into her ears. He was trying so hard to calm her down. She didn't deserve this. Not at all. Now, Maria, he murmured. Now. She wasn't sure when. Her eyes, through the tears, closed. Darkness engulfed her. With a loud yawn, she stretched her curled fist into the air. It was a violent yawn, one that could have gone as a scream, if heard in the wrong company. Fortunately, there was no one around. She moved her dainty toes from the bed and moved her feet to the wooden flooring below. With another yawn, she gazed around her room. Her trusty pistol lay on the nightstand, while the window showed the rising sun. Away, the walls were bricks, and very few pictures lied among them. One on the floor, books everywhere. The woman gave a groan, while a brush of cold air rubbed her skin. She mumbled obscenities under her breath and got up from her warm plush bed, feet moving ahead one another. She trekked calmly toward the window. On the other side of the room, an annoyed mumble flew from her lips as she for na cursed herself for leaving the door open. That was foolish of her. She didn't know what could have happened. Her finger moved underneath the window, but before she could close it, she took the time to gaze out amongst the metropolis, Empire City. Such a beautiful place. For miles she could see along the beautiful constructs. Muffled beeps and horns of cars echoed from below. With another yawn, she slammed her window shut. What? What was today? April 6th, 1996, 1966, right? She needs to hurry. G.U.N didn't like when she was late. A freshen up here and wipe down there, and she'll be ready. Ready again to work alongside those that took care of her, those that trained her, those that raised her. Yeah, right. Almost, almost instinctively, she opened the door. She moved back over her nightstand, pulling shoes from under the wooden piece of furniture. She prepared a quick jog, but not before reading something specific. Opening her nightstand, she withdrew her G.U.N ID. Maria Robotnik, age 24, it said. She needed to read this every now and then, or some else she'd forget who she was, and that wasn't good. Sometimes it was hard remembering everything. Lifting her trusty pistol, she checked the condition. It was nice, clean, and still in great use. With a switch of a button on the side, she caused the gun's clips to fall out. She caused the gun's clips to fall out. With a simple train of her eye, she confirmed it was its field stature. With a smile, she slid back into her handgun. Morning rituals completed. She started her way toward the shower. She needed this, as cold as it get. In her home, it was always nice to have a hot, and it was always so nice and hot in the hot waters of the shower. Stepping into the bathroom, she hovered her fingers over a small spherical object laying on the floor. With a groan, she wondered how she left such a machine in the bathroom. Jeeves? She called onto it, causing the spirit to brighten with up a blue light. It shook, and black lines on the object started to shimmer, a great blue, as Maria flipped the switch on the pearly white room. The spherical object started flying up. A second later, sections of the machine opened, and two hands appeared. A small fan-like object opened up upon bottom side, upon its bottom side, showing how the machine could stay afloat. Lastly, the front end of the machine opened up, revealing two shiny optics. Good morning, good morning, Maria, the machine called. And might I add, you're looking stunning today. What a lie. Her hair was undone, bags were under her eyes, and she hadn't freshened up yet. But it was always like Jeeves to give to words of encouragement. Just give me my brush, she ordered coldly. Why, of course, Miss Maria, it answered happily enough. As she removed the gray tank top from her shoulders, she turned on the warm water of the shower. With dainty steps, she moved inside the tub and closed the blinds on her, concealing her body from those who attempted vision. Jeeves! Constricting her body from those. Jeeves! She called out one minute. Here, Madame Maria. And here's the brush, might I add. His robot hand stretched out into the washing tub and handed the adult woman the brush she asked for. As she stepped alongside her blonde locks, she went over the daily plans Commander Taylor needed her on a mission. From what she heard, it wasn't surprising, but she needed to visit her brother, Abraham. She was starting his G.U.N training today. Jeeves, washcloth now. Yes, Madame Maria, the loyal robot answered, reaching between the tub blinds. It handed her the cloth she wished for. As she dragged the soap-infused cloth alongside her skin, she continued to wonder what was it that Colonel Taylor asked of her. She hadn't gone on a mission for a while, so it wasn't anything big, was it? The last mission she had her last mission had sent her to Alaska, which she prayed she would never have to go to again. It was damn cold. Oh well, she would have to wait and see. Madame Maria, Jeeves called. You have a message from Commander Taylor. Shall I play it for you? Go ahead, Jeeves. Agent Maria. A voice grounded like Taylor's. I hope you had a good week on leave. But enough of that. I hope your shooting skills are prepared. They always are, she commented. I know how much you hate this, but there's been a recent prison break at Prison Island. Of course. Many high-profile prisoners have escaped, and it's urgent that we round them back up. Maria's hand found the shower nozzle. I shall debrief you on in more proper manner when you arrive at the base. A moment later, Jeeves' regular voice returned. Do you want me to delete the message, Madame Maria? Madame Maria? Yes, Jeeves, she commanded. A second later, her dainty feet stepped out of the tub, grabbing a hold of her bath bathrobe. She shifted her gaze out of the room. A few steps later, she exited the bathroom and returned to her bed. A sigh escaped her lips while G's mechanical hands started to massage her shoulders. You have pent up You have pent up tensions, Madam Maria, he said, his voice as chipper as usual. Do you get out often? Not now, G. Do you get out often? Not now, Jeeves. Moving her blue eyes toward the wardrobe at the end of the room, she got up. It didn't take long for her to get there. Opening it up, she gazed at the clothing for today. Almost on instinct, her eyesight picked out her clothing. White shirt, blue vest, white and blue skirt. Why the heck? Why the heck not? Grabbing the clothing, she took her gun belt that lied slung on the lied slung on the knob within the wardrobe, gliding her fingers up and down the brown leather piece of clothing. Took in the craftsmanship. Seconds later, she lobbed that onto her bed, along her clothing. But there was one final thing. Shifting her attention to the windowsill, she saw a golden object shine. Her badge. Can't forget that now, can we? A minute or two later, she was ready, dressed up, gun belt on her waist, badge on her chest. Wait, there was something missing. Oh yes, her beloved blue hand. Sliding that onto her hair, her beloved blue band. Sorry about that, folks. Sliding that in her hair, she took a gander at herself in the mirror. Everything was good. Just lasting, grabbing her pistol, she slid into her gun belt. She let out a sigh. A moment later, as her fingers found its way to her hair, Jeeves stretched his hand forward his hands and started brushing off wrinkles of her clothing, while saying, "You look positively beautiful, Madame Maria." "Thanks, Jeeves," she said, though her tone was somber. Gazing off of the window, she let out another sigh. Take care of the home while I'm away. Take care of the home while I'm away. As always, Madam Maria. He stated in a chipper voice. The woman stood up a moment later and strode out of her room. Coming to a halt, she traveled down the hallway toward the stairs, and then down the stairs to her front door. Her room was small, to say the least. As a G.U.N agent, she was provided with her own place to live, but that didn't mean it would be big. Didn't matter though. Maria always found the place to be more midway station than home. Taking her keys, she stepped out of the doorway to face the city at large. Empire City. How it was so big and spacious. How she hated it. The gun base was on the other end of the city. So she was going to have to deal with the city's metro system together. Damn it, she groaned, fist tightening.